Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going over Town Hall 11 attack strategy, the Queen Charge Mass Hog attack strategy. It's a pretty popular strategy as long as you can control the Queen and get her to where she needs to go. I've been using it for a few days now, and it's pretty powerful. I use it in war, and I've had a lot of success with it. So I'm going to show you guys how to perform the strategy so you guys have a new attack strategy in your arsenal. So let's go ahead and jump into the first replay, and I'll show you guys the army composition and everything before we break it down. Alright guys, first example we got here, we got a decent looking Town Hall 11. It's not maxed out or anything. It's got the max towers, max eagle, I believe. Everything else is about Town Hall 11. It's a pretty intimidating looking base regardless of it not being maxed out. Still pretty tough to get through, but we're going to go ahead and break it down and take it down. As you can see on the bottom there, the replay ends in 3 minutes, so I barely got this one just in the nick of time. If I placed my cleanup troops a little better, I perhaps could have shaved off some time, but as you see on the bottom, that's our army composition for this strategy. We have an archer, 2 loons, 7 wizards, 5 healers, a baby dragon, a miner, 27 hogs, a wall wrecker. Inside your wall wrecker, you're going to want Valkyries. And then I have my heroes, 3 heals, a rage, 2 freezes, a poison, and then another rage. Both rages are going to be used for the queen or the the Valkyries that come out to kill the queen and the CC troops. So with this strategy, your objective with the queen charge is to take down the heroes and the CC troops and the eagle. All right, if you can find a way to get to the eagle, CC troops, and queen, it's going to make your attack a whole lot easier. If you cannot get to all 3, find a way to get to the queen and the CC and take them down. Those 2 are the biggest targets. The eagle's not really a big deal if you can't get it down. Just make sure that if you send the hogs toward it or away from it, you send the warden with it. Use the ability wisely and keep your hogs alive. So we're going to go ahead and play it here. And this was a very strategic attack on my part because I had to make sure that everything came down perfectly, because with the queen, she likes to walk ways that wasn't planned for, and she never does what you want her to do. So king's gonna come down that top side, take down the enemy king, because he's right there. Might as well grab him and get him out the way. Wizard's gonna come down to help funnel my queen, keep her from going around, and I drop the healers as soon as that second archer tower locks onto her. The baby dragon's gonna come down, and everything is going smoothly here as I drop my wall wrecker next. And I'm getting her towards that, the multi, the eagle, trying to get her into that compartment with the queen and the CC troop. She scares me a little bit here going around, but she actually turns back around, as you'll see, because the enemy CC actually attracts her back into the middle. All right, she goes to that wizard tower. There's a Valkyrie right there that she locks onto. She can't reach it, so she comes around. It dies, and she loses interest. She goes back towards the Th11 and the multi. Queen's still alive. I forgot to drop my poison. That's why you see I drop it late here on top of that witch. And she's pretty comfortable here. Just a bunch of skellies and a witch and a multi is targeting her. Nothing too scary for her to get through. And I've been walking for about a minute now, so I got to put down my second rage pretty quickly here. And I want to get to that eagle pretty fast, so now I can place my, there it goes, I can place my hogs. The hogs are going to come from that top side along with the warden. So like I said, if you weren't going to be able to take down the warden, just make sure that when it starts to fire on your hogs, use the warden ability, then make sure to keep him alive, all that good stuff. As you can see, heal comes down, freeze on top of the multi and that wizard tower. All that splash damage is going to be frozen for a little bit, and there goes that second heal as the tornado trap gets activated, and the hogs start splitting up a little bit here. So that's a good time to use my warden ability, so that way they can get as much damage as they can when they split up, and they can stay alive a little longer. And the hogs on the left side are going to die out because there's only about 4 or 5 over there. They take down that X-bow, which is a big bonus. But the majority of them are down here towards that archer tower, the wizard tower. I got 2 loons on the backside coming to help out. And I got a miner, 3 wizards, and an archer left. I think I placed 3 wizards on that top side there. There they go. Yeah, they're with the queen. And if I only place maybe 1 or 2 and use the other one to help out around the base, I could have shaved off a little bit more. But you'll see here, they clean up the remainder of the base, and I barely get it. Miner's down on that top side and working on that storage and barracks. And then the wizards and the archer queen is with that last group of hogs as they make their way towards that town hall. But I barely get it here as, all my wizards are being placed down strategically. Make sure I can at least get every defense without having to worry about running out of time. But I almost ran out of time here. I believe it was like 2 or 3 seconds left. And I barely get it. 2 times it here as the remainder of the troops clean up the remainder of the base. Hogs, archer, queen, and that last camp goes down. Okay, so it's a pretty powerful strategy. You just really have to, first of all, practice it. Make sure you get it down, and make sure you're really practicing that queen charge towards your objectives. Queen, CC, and if you can, the eagle is a big bonus. Alright, second example we got here, and definitely a stronger looking Town Hall 11. We're going to come from this bottom side here. And if you'll notice, all the heroes for this base is down, but if the queen was up, what I would do is wait for the queen to jump over the wall here, place my king down, and then have the king take out the queen in order to, you know, make sure she doesn't get in the way of the attack. But we're going to go ahead and play it here. I'm going to come from this bottom side because it's a smaller compartment. It's easier to get to the eagle instead of coming from the top side or any other direction, okay? And as you can see there, my baby dragon went down pretty fast from a black mine, so I had to place a wizard down in order to secure that right side. But queen's gonna make her way in, warrior's gonna come down, wizard on this left side as well, just to make sure, you know, she isn't persuaded about going that way, you know, because she's very erratic when it comes to her pathing. Sometimes she goes in the middle, sometimes she just goes around, and it's just pretty frustrating. Anyway, so Valkyrie's come out the wall wrecker, Rage is gonna come down. I'm just trying to get as much value as I can. Perhaps I should have saved him, you know, save that rage for the queen there, but it's okay. I mean, they got a decent amount of value. Got the Th11, they, you know, set off the tornado trap, and she's making her way towards that center compartment, and she's getting a lot of fire here. I gotta drop that second rage and pop her ability because I don't want to lose her. So the Expo is gonna go down. She's gonna target the eagle next, and as soon as the eagle goes down, here come the king. Okay, king's gonna be dropped over there, and where are the hogs at? Here come the hogs. Okay, good, perfect. So the hogs are gonna come from the left side there, and they're just gonna swarm in. Here comes the warden, you know, just protecting them as they make their way in towards the base. I believe I drop a heal, right? And there we go, first heal on top of those hogs as they get targeted by the multi. The Th11 queen's gonna go down here. I tried to save her, but it's okay. I kind of wasted that freeze. Multi and Expo gets frozen for a little bit. Warden ability gets popped there as the hogs make their way towards that top compartment, and a couple of them split off towards that right side with one loon, or is that two loons? Two loons are coming towards that wizard tower, try to snipe it off and provide a little bit of distraction for the hogs. Doesn't end up taking it down, and only one hog is over here, so he's going to go down, but the majority of them over here, there goes that final heal on them as they make their way around the base. And now I got to worry about my cleanup troops and just putting them in spots where I can take advantage of the cleanup process. As you can see, the hogs are not going to end up here, they're going to end over here because of this and this. So I'm going to place some wizards on the back side, so I don't have to worry about them coming all the way back over and you know, time failing and not being able to get the structures down before time runs out. But as you can see there, all defenses are now down, and we're in the cleanup process. I'm gonna go ahead and 2 times it here. It's a pretty powerful strategy as long as you can take down the queen, the enemy CC, and even the eagle. I mean, huge if you can take down the eagle. You'll be getting those 3 stars with this strategy. It works on pretty much any type of base that you can, you know, do those things. So it doesn't really matter if it's a ring base or if it's the anti 3-star. If you can find a way to get to all 3 of them and take them down, it's a huge bonus. But yeah, it's a pretty powerful strategy. Definitely recommend trying it out if you are a Town Hall 11 and you like hogs. But there you have it, guys. That is the queen charge hog attack. It's a pretty easy attack strategy. It's a pretty strong strategy. It's not the easiest strategy to do. You really got to focus on making sure your queen, you know, stays on the path of going in towards those targets, the queen, the CC, and even the eagle and stuff like that. But if you can get that down, you can get her to take down those targets, you're pretty much guaranteed a 3-star pretty much all the time. There's nothing left that can really do that much damage. Use the heals wisely, use the warden ability wisely, and you'll be getting those 3 stars that you want. If you enjoyed it or if it helped in any way, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any questions at all, let me know down in the comment section. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.
But I don't think that is